Hello and welcome back to the Glimmer Witch. So today I have Claire. Claire has gone 5 weeks. 5 weeks with this set on. So really pleased to see her come back with all of her nails still attached and not any real lifting. There's a little bit. I'd expect that after 5 weeks. So this video is in real time. Haven't sped it up and I've left in the removal, prep, redesign. So first off, coming in with my e-file bit. The e-file that I use is actually a unbranded version of the Cuckoo. I got it from eBay. Cost me £40, 30,000 RPM. Absolutely brilliant, barely any vibration at all. It's not quite as quiet as the Sayang, but for 40 quid, works very well. So I am using my extra coarse bell bit from Nail Dot Supplies on full speed, nice strokes down, and every time I do a downstroke I'm lifting it off the nail slightly so that you're not sawing backwards and forwards. It might look like I am. As we get down to that clear layer, we just tickle it, and what I do is I get it down as much as I possibly can, and then I will switch to an ultra fine bit. So I've left it in real time just so you can see. So I've probably cut out about, I don't know, 5–10 minutes possibly out of the whole service from takedown to redesign on one hand. I think I actually do show the takedown on both hands. Can't remember. So my head cold is in full swing. But I've got 2 days off now, so I'm having a quiet day today. I've got a day off tomorrow. Just done my ordering for my product for the week, so that's done. So yeah, just taking this right back down to that original clear base. These were in really good condition, considering she's had them on 5 weeks. She's very, very good. So what I do is I very often just tidy up the edges with the e-file bit as I go as well. Just taking a little bit of that length down. And what we are doing today is we're redesigning with 2 glitter acrylics from CJP, which I haven't used before. So she's going to have birthday suit again. We're going to do a similar glitter fade, but we're doing a chevron shaped nail bed. But she wanted the 2 glitters to overlap, so that's what we're doing. So yeah, just tickling that product off once you get it down to that clear base. But we want to make sure that we remove any signs of lifting. That is absolutely key. So just tickle, tickle, tickle. So I'm working behind that edge, just because if there is any lifting, you don't want to chase that lifting. You need to file behind it until it comes off. So just gently around that blend area. It does take some time to get confident at using an e-file, so I do advise doing a proper e-file course, making sure you're confident with it. Use it on yourself. If you use it on yourself, you will learn what speed works best for what, you know, how you can use it, whether you feel any heat or anything. I suggest if you save money on an e-file, at least spend money on decent e-file bits. That is key. I prefer to use these type of bits. This one is so quick, so easy to use. So if I was working straight through, a full redesign like this will take me about 2 hours, 2.5 hours max. It's usually the nail art that takes a little bit longer. So yeah, just taking that down as much as I can. And I brush all the dust, majority of the dust off, and then I switch to my fine drill bit. There you go. Got this little dusty brush in a prize that I won. So I don't know where it came from originally, but so safety bit. That way you're not going to cut any cuticles or anything like that. So I just use that to refine the shape, get rid of any previous glitter, any bits that I don't want, and to get rid of any lifting. So this bit is on about a speed 12, 13. So it's not on full whack, but it just means that I can tickle around that growth area. It's not going on the natural nail. Remove any last bits of glitter or everything that's going to be in the way. And again, just reshape them sides. You can just see that I did that side bit and it just cracked that acrylic slightly. Not too concerned. But it just means you can get rid of that bulk. There you go. Bit of lifting. Did you see it fling off? And that's all you need. So yeah, just getting them as thin as I possibly can. Now you can see it up that side. So I've noticed I have been using my e-file in one rotation when I'm doing my cuticle work. I've noticed that I get lifting on that side, so I am going to start from this next week doing my cuticle bit from the middle to one side and then reversing the rotation and going back to the other side to see if that eradicates it. I was told you don't need to do that, but you know, it is evident that I get more lifting on that side. But at 5 weeks, you know. So once that's done, we then come in with the cuticle pusher. The one that I've got currently is my Glitter Planet Outer Space cuticle pusher. Works very well. I do like the shape of this one. Again, as I've said, I would like Navy Pro Tools Ethel, but can't afford it at the minute. Next year. So as you can see, you know, you're pushing that cuticle back, you're getting any dead skin, non-living tissue off that nail plate. And there's no reason, if you do this thoroughly, that you can't do this with a hand file as well and not use an e-file at all. I've just got in the habit of using my e-file for my cuticle bit, and it's helped me a lot. So evidently, because I have clients that can go 5 weeks sometimes. So just making sure we've got as much off there as possible. Nicely gently pushing back. So let the dog out. My life. So yeah, we're just using that to gently ease that cuticle back. Just remove any of that tissue. I find this very, very relaxing. As I've said before, your cuticle, your prep work should take up at least a third, if not a half, of your time. Because if you do this bit right, everything else will go smoother. Your application, they will last better. So this is my Skittle bit. I got this from Nail Dot Supplies as well. It's very gentle. I've got this on around a speed 5. And it does help. So currently I use it on one rotation around the whole of the cuticle. So I'm going to try and skip it and do it the other way and just see if that makes a difference. So I will do another video showing prep work doing that, and then I can update you on whether it helps or not, which I'm sure it will. So again, I get a lot of satisfaction from this bit. It just gets rid of any extra. It's very gentle on the nail bed. It doesn't, you know, you need to know what you're doing, but it does the job. It works very, very well. So there we go, just pushes it away. Just making a good thorough job of that, and I'm just tickling over that edge to make sure we've got nothing on there. A good tip which I got from Liz Guild was, if that acrylic, that previous acrylic has got a white edge, it's lifted. You need to deal with it until that white bit has gone, and then you'll know it's blended. So I do this bit by hand. So 180 grit file, and I just skip over that growth area, blend any leftover acrylic in and reshape that nail, because if I shape now, I don't have to shape later. I'm just making sure there are no shiny patches. I'm literally skipping over to etch. I'm not, you know, really going hammer and tongs on the nail bed. It is just purely to get a nice etch on there. So there's me just checking that split bit. And just blending that previous acrylic in. Now Claire did want these square. I do taper them slightly because by the time you've put your acrylic on, you've bulked those edges out slightly. So just reshaping. Making sure we've got them corners. So same again on this one, just whipping over that acrylic to blend the old acrylic in and to etch that new nail growth. I'm reshaping as I go. And then onto the thumb. So this is one of those sets that I didn't plan. Claire said she wanted red and green glitter, and she wanted birthday suit because she really liked the glitter tips on this design that we did previously. So I didn't think it up as I went along. I knew she wanted the chevron, so we did that first. We got that in place, and then the others I just randomly chose whichever way I was going to do it. So this is a design set by me for a change. So larger view, I'm just going to come in. Now what you didn't see was I wiped the nails over. I brushed the dust off and I wiped them over with a lint-free pad and CJP's Prep Spray Plus. So all 5 nails with dehydrator, which is what I've ordered today because I'm running out. So that will be my last product order now until after Christmas. So just getting ready to do that little clear base as always. So CJP's Crystal Glass. I am redehydrating as I go. So pick up a small bead of crystal glass. As you can see, I am working a little bit drier to try and eradicate any pocket lifting. And I found that doing these videos has really helped me, because seeing how I work close up has helped me see where I need to improve as well. So it's really, really good learning curve. Can I also say hello to my new followers? As of this morning, I have 70, over the moon. I do follow back. If you have a YouTube channel, I always follow back. And I'm amazed. There's a couple of you that are watching that are much, much better text than me. So it's an absolute big boost to me to have someone watching me and enjoying it anyway. So thank you so much. It means a lot. So as you can see, we're 15 minutes in, and I'm only just putting my clear base on. That's about normal for me. 30 to 40 minutes for prep and to get the nails ready for design. You could speed it up a bit. You could, if you are e-file trained and you're confident, you could use a sanding band to prep the natural nail with. Lots of top techs do. I currently don't. So there we go, just getting that done. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to come in, because we're on to design now, and we're going to get that nail bed ready. So I'm using Birthday Suit from CJP. Get that first bead on and push it and tap it and blend it into that nail bed. And while that product's falling down, I'm letting it do it. I'm getting that bit done first, and then I'm going to come in and shape that V. So I use my brush somewhat, and lots of times I just use my brush to do this. So I wanted the V to end low enough, or high enough, sorry, that I could get that crossover from the green to the red. So I do come in with a piece of threading cotton in a second, because I had a better angle on one side than the other. So I just decided to use my threading cotton to get rid of the bit that I didn't want. So you'll see in a second. So just using that threading cotton, anchor it where you need it to start and pull down. Dead easy. So once I'm happy with that, I then come in with a second bead to build the apex on that ring finger. So up on the cuticle, and then you just tap, tap, tap in at that side, that's it, and pull the product down. So just checking that I've got all the corners in. Moving on. So on this first one we are going to do a glitter fade. I haven't used these two coloured acrylics before, they're glitter acrylics, so I wasn't sure on which way round they would blend better. So on this first one, first bead goes on at that cuticle, tap, tap, tap. I'm letting the product fall down the nail, and then I'm pulling the front of that bead down, because we're going to be fading that glitter back. So on this first one, I did the red first. This is Smashed Rubies from CJP, and then realised when I went to add Smashed Emeralds that Smashed Emerald has smaller pieces in it than the Smashed Rubies does. So in subsequent ones I put the green down first. Doesn't really matter, they turned out beautifully, so it didn't matter. This was all she wanted. She just wanted that crossover on her ring finger and green and red glitter. Full on Christmas. So as you can see, the green is a lot smaller. It's got lots of finer pieces in, so it sort of covered the red. So on the other nails, I do the red first. The green first, sorry. So just tapping that where I want it. So I go back in and add a little bit of red just so we get those bigger pieces on there. But it turned out beautifully. It looks so nice. So I'm just trying not to cover all of the green. We want the two colours. Then I leave that to set. I go on to the next finger. And on this one we're doing a 2-colour swoosh. So 2 bands of colour. So that first bead goes onto the cuticle, tap, tap, swipe, and then pull the rest of the product down. Birthday Suit is my favourite nail bed colour at this time. It's a beautiful colour, it suits everybody, it's so natural looking. So I'm doing a thin cover on that bottom because I want the nail to look like a natural nail. I want to be able to see the colour of that tip. So then I come in with my green first, so the bead goes in at the middle and then push it up to one side, bring it down on the other, and I'm just moving that acrylic where I want that swoosh to be, where I want that line to be. So just keeping it nice and controlled. Add in a little bit more just to fill in those gaps. We want it to be solid. You could have done this as a cutout as well. I just decided not to. It was the last set of the day. I had a difficult day. I wasn't feeling well, so this was just the easier option. So once I've got that green where I want it, I can come in with the smashed rubies and add that one in. And then picking up that smashed rubies, draining the bead off slightly, and then again popping it in the middle and then pushing it up one side, down the other, and then nudging it into place where I want it to go, using the liquid in that brush to keep it moving. Just laughing at my son trying to make his cup of tea really quietly because I'm recording. And that's what you can hear. So next finger on. And same again, tap tap around that cuticle, get that nice and neat. Use the point of your brush to get in there. And then again we're just doing a glitter fade on this one. So coming in with that green first, onto the tip, and then fade that back. Add in a little bit more just so we have those small bits at the top. I want it to come up a little bit higher. So yeah, just nudging that into place where you want it to go. And I think that's the biggest thing about glitter, you know, it's not a case of you just plonk it on and hope for the best. You need to move it to where you need it to be. So there we go, just keeping that the bigger chunks of red nearer the tip area. Gorgeous. So I then go back to the ring finger and we just file those edges. So when you are filing, you need to keep your file flat and straight up against those walls. File them in nice and straight. And then I just use my wet brush to wipe over the tip before I put that glitter on. So I believe I come in first with the green glitter because that's the finer glitter. So push that on and then tuck it right up into that wing. Make sure you've got that area covered, and then just bring it down and then over into that side bit. so that when you then put your red on, the red overlaps the green. So I'll leave that to set, head to the thumb. So first bead goes on, tap, 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 push it out to the sides, pull it down. And then pick up my second bead, tap, tap, push to the side, tap, tap, and then swipe, swipe, pull the product down. We don't need a full cover here, it's just to give a nice healthy look to that nail bed, because we're then coming in with our glitter. I will cap all of these nails, with the exception of the nail bed on the extended nail bed. So that green goes on first. Get that nicely, beautiful colours. So I brought these glitters in a pack of 10 that CJP had on as an offer. I highly recommend them if you want to get them. There are 4 smashed gems colours. So there's smashed gold, I think, smashed diamonds, smashed rubies, smashed emerald. Perfect for Christmas. So if you haven't ordered, about £40 for 10. Bargain. So it's the first time I've used these, so I did like it. They are so pretty. Getting that red colour on there. So what I didn't show on camera is me adding the snow effect on the fingers, the ring fingers. That was an addition by me. She would have been quite happy just with the glitter nails, but I felt it needed something. She wanted, you know, she's what I call a Christmas wanker. You know, she's one of these people that likes to get decks up early. She likes everything, you know, the Santa toilet roll, all that stuff that I don't do. So I knew she was happy to have a Christmas set. So we added the snow on that index finger, on that ring finger, sorry. Why not? And she loved the outcome. So you can see on that red, I'm trying to bring it over that green. There we go. So once all the colours are on, I then cap all of the nails. I then file off camera using my Tracy Lou 100-180 grit files. I've used my Tracy Lou brush. The tips were originally Tracy Lou tips as well. Not that I'm a big fan or anything, blatantly. So yeah, just capping, keeping that bead nice and controlled, swiping off the excess, neat as possible. When I did file, I did use an e-file to file on this finger just because I had that higher apex, so just to bring it into shape quicker, I did e-file. So just manipulating that clear to get the shape that I wanted. So just work it until it's as close as I can get it, and then I can refine the shape with my hand file. So I do that, I hand file all of the nails, I top coat all of them with the CJP's tack-free top gloss in the lamp, 60 seconds, let them cool down when they come out. I then added the snow detail just by using the sugaring technique and some cuticle oil, and we're done. So I've left you a photo at the end. hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for taking the time to like and subscribe to my channel. I look forward to bringing you some more nails very, very soon. Have a fabulous, fabulous Sunday. If you're off tomorrow, enjoy that too, because I will be. I'm off to nurse this cold. So off now. See you all soon. Bye bye.